Hello everyone, my name is Grace. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up a dev environment for C programming completely in the browser via GitHub Codespace. To get started, go to the Codespace management page on GitHub by clicking your icon and selecting your Codespaces. Currently, the listing page is empty, meaning there are no Codespace instances under this GitHub account. Let's create a Codespace from the blank template. Within a few seconds, the Codespace will be ready. Before we proceed, I'd like to remind you not to confuse a GitHub Codespace with a GitHub repository, or GitHub repo for short. Many people may think they might be somehow related, as they usually go hand in hand, and we often work with both of them simultaneously. However, a GitHub Codespace can exist independently of a GitHub repo and vice versa. They are two separate things. To help you understand, think of a Codespace as a physical machine, similar to your local PC. Let's go back to the Codespace we just created. You can see it is not linked to any remote GitHub repo. Actually, the working directory is not even a local Git repo. It is merely a plain folder, and we will leave it this way for now. We can create files here just like on our local PC. We can also run commands in the terminal. For example, let's check what languages or runtimes are available in this Codespace. We have Python, Node, GCC, Git, and a lot more. But our goal in this video is to set up a Codespace tailored for C programming. I don't want Python or Node or any other irrelevant runtimes. How can we customize the Codespace based on our need? To do that, click the gear icon, select Command Palette, and enter Dev. Choose Add Dev Container Configuration Files. Create a new configuration. Enter C++ to find the suitable dev environment. Go with the defaults, skip any optional features, and click OK. The outcome is a .dev container folder gets created. I won't go into details about these files. Just remember, GitHub platform use the content within this folder to determine what kind of Codespace to provision. That includes all the configurations for your Codespace, including tools, runtimes, VS Code extensions, and so on. When .dev container folder is absent, GitHub platform will provision a default Codespace with all the common programming languages pre-installed. However, creating such a folder won't automatically change the existing Codespace. For it to take effect, you must kick off a rebuild. To trigger the rebuild, you can click Rebuild from this prompt panel, or enter Full Rebuild command from the command palette. Finally, it's time to code. Create a new file, hello.c. Ask ChatGPT to write it for us. Copy and paste and press Ctrl or Command S to save. Use GCC to compile it to an executable named hello, then run the output executable. You can see the string successfully printed to the terminal. To debug your code, set a breakpoint. Start the program by Run in Debug. The program will be run in debug mode. It will pause at breakpoints. Additionally, we need automatic code format to boost coding efficiency. Currently, if I mess up the indentation in the file and save it, the code will remain in this ugly style. To enable automatic formatting, first, we need to install a formatter extension. Luckily, in our situation, such an extension already comes with the C++ dev container. However, to trigger the formatter, we need to navigate to the editor settings. Expand Text Editor, Formatting, and check this Format on Save box. Once it's done, whenever we resave the file by pressing Ctrl or Command plus S, the content will always be reformatted instantly. You can also install an extension of your own choice. For example, let's install the Materials theme to decorate our editor. but the extension will only apply to the current Codespace instance. To have it baked into the Codespace configuration, click the gear to add it to devcontainer.json. If we go back to the configuration file, you can see an entry for the extension is added. At last, let's publish our source code to GitHub repo. First, convert the current working directory within the Codespace to a local Git repo using git init. Then create the first commit and publish it to a new remote repo hosted on GitHub. Head over to the listing page for GitHub repos. You'll find the new repo you just created. Including the dev container folder in the source code allows us to reproduce Codespace instances that will be identical to the one we've worked with. That's the advantage of GitHub Codespace. Alice can develop feature A in one Codespace, while Bob is developing feature B in another Codespace. But unlike the old days when code working on your machine but not mine was a constant pain in the neck, the Codespace instances are reproducible and guaranteed to be the same. That would be all for today. Thank you for watching.